We Bought a Mic is live at the Enzian Theater for the Florida Film Festival. If you're not watching on video right now, you're missing out because we look really good.
Yeah, we're on the red carpet.
We are on the red carpet.
Well, you've got like a foot on the red carpet.
I don't even know if that's allowed. I hope they don't stop me. But we're doing press. We're getting to talk to a bunch of different filmmakers from shorts all the way up to feature films and potentially Jorma Taccone by the end of the night.
The big question though here, like, yeah, it's nice. People are going to be here. They're going to get to plug their movies. That's all well and good. We need to answer the age-old question, the battle between Tom Cruise and Tom Hanks, because really that's what this podcast is for.
We're going to let the filmmakers decide.
Yeah.
Cruise or Hanks. By the end of the night, we will have an answer for you. This is investigative journalism. Thanks for joining us.
Give us your name and your film and a little bit about it.
David Anthony Ngo, Never Get Busted is the film, which is essentially Tiger King in the war on drugs.
That's quite a sell.
Yeah.
That's like 8 words and you got me there.
I'm trying to get it as snappy as possible. Like, you got to get the sound bites like this. Yeah.
So what inspired the story? I know it's based on a real man that existed. So tell me a little bit about how you kind of discovered this character and what brought you to tell the story.
So Erin Williams-Weir and I, she's the co-creator. We saw a short interview with this guy, Barry Cooper, and we couldn't believe Woody Harrelson or Matthew McConaughey hadn't played him in a movie. So we reached out and we researched his story, and he was this Texas lawman that flipped against the police and released a DVD series teaching drug users how to hide their stash. And we realized we've got to make this thing.
Absolutely. So feature length?
Yeah, feature-length documentary.
One last question for you. Tom Cruise or Tom Hanks?
No wrong answer.
I've got to go with Tom Hanks. Otherwise, the producer will kill me.
Interesting.
Okay, what's a favorite performance from Hanks or favorite movie?
I mean, it's hard to go past Forrest Gump as just an absolute classic, but also Castaway. I mean, to hold a whole movie pretty much by yourself is just wild.
Yeah, those are 2 great picks. If the producer was not listening, then would you have gone Cruise? That was the important question.
I would, I'd still stick with Tom Hanks.
Okay, all right, still great answer.
Perfect.
No wrong answers.
Well, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
My name is Matthew Serrano, and I am here with my short film, Xolo. So the film does star my dog, Linus. He goes by the character name of Skippy in this movie. My dog, Linus, is an untrained senior rescue dog. And also, one thing about Xolos, or Mexican hairless dogs, they're very stubborn when it comes to training them. And so we had to literally build this performance out of like just editing and like gathering up like as much like footage of him as possible on set. And then the big thing was just like, he's very treat motivated. So if you threw a treat somewhere, he'd run off and get it. Or if you held it up, like, you could get his eye line right. So
actors are like that too a lot of the time.
Yeah.
It's about the same thing.
Yeah, if you feed them right, they'll get the work done.
Yeah. You're talking to 2 dog lovers over here. What is the most like silly, unique thing that your dog does? Because every dog owner has one like insane thing that their dog does. What is one fun, unique thing about Linus?
You know what's funny is the one that stands out to me, there's so many that he does. He's such a ridiculous dog. Like, he's already ridiculous looking enough as it is, but his most iconic thing about him is his tongue, which he does choose, I believe, like when he does want to stick it out or not. And like sometimes he'll like force it out, like if he really wants to get his point across, like he'll like stick it out. But that was actually a concern of ours for the film, because I was like, oh man, like I don't want to like go over and like push his tongue into his like mouth, but I'm like, I was nervous that like during like an emotional scene of the movie that he would like start to do that, but luckily that never happened. He truly locked it.
Wow.
On set.
Incredible. One last question for you. Tom Cruise or Tom Hanks?
Tom Hanks.
Wow.
What's your favorite performance from Hanks?
I gotta say, underrated movie of his, one of my all-time favorites. I know it's a guilty pleasure of mine, but he performs as 5 different roles in Polar Express? Come on, guys.
Hey.
Come on.
Man, the
no
Polar...
sleeping on the Hankster.
Flaming take.
The Polar Express defense, I was not expecting to hear that tonight.
The boy, the hobo, the conductor, Santa, Dad. I feel like I'm missing one. Wow. But I mean, that's 5 right there.
Yeah. Daniel Day-Lewis has nothing on that, so yeah.
Yeah, so my name is Maggie Brill, and I'm the writer-director of the short film All at Once. All at Once is a queer coming-of-age film about a 17-year-old high school senior who develops unexpected feelings for her charismatic co-valedictorian. And the film follows them as they walk and talk across Central Park and discuss their futures, their families, and love.
What was it about this material that like kind of made you feel like you had to write it? Like what about it kind of spoke to you?
Absolutely. The film is partially inspired by my own experiences growing up in New York and kind of coming to terms with my own sexuality. And I really wanted to make a film that I wish I had seen when I was 17 years old, that kind of touched on this, one of the many moments in your life where you kind of start to understand who you are as you come into adulthood, and are faced with like meeting somebody who kind of brings out a different version of yourself and makes you maybe feel like you can be your true self for the first time.
What was the most unexpectedly hard thing to shoot while shooting? What was like the pain in the ass that you didn't see coming?
We filmed a lot of one-take walk and talks through Central Park.
Well, you got to know that's going to be hard, right?
Which we did know was going to be hard, but was even harder than I think I could have possibly imagined. We were surprised on our first day of filming. We showed up at 6 a.m. at Central Park to find out there was a surprise Good Morning America concert happening right next to our first filming location. So we got the really hard curveball out of the way very early. But filming in Central Park was such a dream. I mean, I grew up in New York and like it's one of my favorite places, and being at the park obviously was difficult for sound and for camera and for light and all these elements, but it really comes alive in the film, and so it all worked out in the end.
Okay, good. At least it worked.
One last question for you. Tom Hanks or Tom Cruise?
Tom Hanks. I mean, I love both, but Tom Hanks.
What's a favorite film or performance from Hanks?
Oh, that's so hard. I feel like I gotta see like Polar Express. Is that crazy? He plays like every role in that movie.
You're the second person out of 3 people to say Polar Express.
I can't believe Polar Express is the favorite. Has the most.
He's so good in everything, but that one he's playing so many characters, and that movie is such a special place in my heart. But
this is why we ask.
Yeah,
these are the hard questions.
People said.
We got 1 Polar Express and 1 Forrest Gump. So
all
now,
Hanks though.
Yeah.
3
Unfortunately,
Hanks.
He's
Cruise.
like the most lovable American actor, I feel like.
It's probably true. It's probably true.
Also, if you think in terms of being a director, I would imagine easy to work with, right?
Yes.
Don't you think?
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for stopping by. Absolutely.
Yeah, likewise. Thank you guys.
My name is Khoa Ha.
And my name is Victor Velle. We're the co-directors of Yvonne, the Lost Sounds of Saigon, which follows the story of Yvonne, one of the most legendary musicians in the 50s, 60s, and 70s. Basically, after 75 in Vietnam, a lot of his art was lost, and that's where Khoa's story takes place, where
I started searching for his music about 10 years ago and decided to document my journey.
Wow. So how did the two of you connect to make this story?
I met our producer, Douglas Emerson, about 5-6 years ago, and then I met Victor through Doug, and we decided to come together and start a band.
Okay. So do y'all have like a background with music going back your whole life before coming into this?
Not professionally, but I've always loved music, and I think it's just like there's something about my grandfather's blood being in me, and it's just kind of like it allows the fire, for me to go on this journey and find this music and then work with other musicians and artists.
That's so awesome. So where can people find info on the movie?
So the best way to find information about our film is yvonne.film, and you can stay in touch because we're going to do a full re-release of the original music by Yvonne on vinyl, and we're going to do a full re-release of a full release.
Tour the
gallery. Yeah, we're going to tour the gallery that you can see at the end of the film.
That is so awesome. All right. Well,
That's
hey,
amazing.
I don't know if you're watching on video, if you're just listening, you're missing it, but if we're doing senior superlatives at the end of the night, best dressed, you guys might have it locked up.
Thank you, guys.
One last question for you guys. We're asking everybody here, Tom Cruise or Tom Hanks?
Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks.
Wow, he's absolutely dominating.
Yeah. What favorite film or performance from Hanks?
Castaway.
Forrest Gump.
Castaway, Forrest Gump.
Castaway and Forrest Gump. Okay.
I was
That's y'all were locked in. There was no hesitation.
100%. I mean, Tom Cruise is amazing, don't get me wrong. But Tom Hanks.
Let me throw you a wild card, Nick Cage.
Oh, I could compare it to the other two?
What movie? Just give me a movie. Number 1, Nick Cage.
Ghost Rider.
There you go.
You can't go wrong, and they're all right. Perfect.
Well, all of his films are amazingly horrible and horribly amazing.
That's the perfect balance of Nick Cage. Really.
You should have a podcast. Hey, well, thank you guys so much for stopping by.
meeting you.
Great to meet you.
Thanks so much.
Welcome back. We are here with
Lena Green. Hi.
For her film.
My film is Tuna Tartare. It's an 11-minute animated trashy karaoke musical about an expired can of tuna fish who runs a karaoke bar.
Oh my God. There's so much there.
There's a lot to unpack.
Yeah.
It's really fun. It's a comedy. There's 2 original songs. It's very campy and trashy and slutty and smelly.
So animated, what's your experience with animation?
So I went to RISD and I studied animation there, and I've been living in New York as a freelance animator and character designer and storyboard artist for 12 years now. And this is kind of my first like real film that I've really poured my entire heart and soul into, and I had to make it.
That's awesome. So what are we talking? We're talking like 2D, sort of hand-drawn?
Yes, 2D, hand-drawn. There's a lot of kind of what they call gross-up shots, like in SpongeBob, it's like, like
oh yeah, big fan.
That kind of thing. There's one scene actually that's made of watercolors. Actually, it's like 100 watercolor paintings kind of animated together when the main character named Tuna has this nightmare sequence when she realizes her dreams will not come to fruition, and she kind of spirals, and there's this nightmare watercolor sequence.
How do you fit all this in 11 minutes?
I know, it was a lot. And her best friend is a fake Louis Vuitton purse, and he is a whole kind of B-plot. So there's a lot. Really, I really fit a lot in there.
All right, that's awesome. So
one other quick question, because you said there's 2 original songs in there.
Yes.
Are you also the artist of these 2 songs that you put in there?
No, so I voiced the main character, but then I worked with this amazing musical theater composer named Alex Parrish, and we wrote the songs together. And then this Tony Award-winning Broadway star named Leslie Margarita, she sings the 2 songs as Tuna. But I was kind of like, I don't think I can sing these songs. Like, I'm karaoke good, but she's like Broadway good. I was like, let's get the lady in who will keep the crowd nice and happy. And she also voices 2 other characters in the film as well.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
So obviously, I'm sure you're happy with where we came with the short film. Like, but would you extend on this? Like, given the chance, would you go feature?
Yeah, I would go show. I would go TV show.
That makes sense because 11 minutes that tracks right for like a pilot.
Yeah.
Okay, that's really cool. That sounds like you could knock out like a season of that, right?
There's a whole world there, and if someone's buying it, I'm selling it, baby. I'll give you a season.
Well, congratulations on getting the screening, getting into the festival. Last question, we've been polling every single person. Tom Cruise or Tom Hanks?
Tom Hanks, I think.
He's winning big.
Tom Hanks.
What's your favorite film by him?
Tom Hanks? I'm not sure. I don't know.
No wrong answers. We got a couple Polar Expresses. It's animated.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. I think he's just more of like a family guy than Tom Cruise.
He's an agreeable fella.
He's an agreeable fella. He's nice. He's nice and easy on the eyes.
Tom Hanks has done animated work too. Tom Cruise, I don't think he would do animation.
No,
I can't imagine.
Tom Cruise seems like he's a bit too like less down for things.
Yeah, he's like, what stunt am I doing if I'm in a sound booth right now? Like,
exactly.
I can't.
All right. Well, thanks so much for stopping by. We appreciate it.
Thank you. It's great meeting you.
Hi, my name's Kim Blank. I directed and wrote Gloria, which is a short film that screened last night here at the Florida Film Festival. It stars Emily Kuroda of Gilmore Girls, and I think it's a really sweet story about losing your memory but gaining new life experiences.
Wow. So what inspired you to write this story?
My mother. My mom is a Chinese immigrant in the San Francisco Bay Area, and what she did when she first moved to the Bay was she enrolled in Spanish classes at the local community college, and I always thought that was so interesting, and I had a lot of questions about that, and so I decided to make my own film about it and honor her and her lifelong commitment to learning.
That's an awesome way to do it. One thing that we've been asking is what was one day of shooting that was unexpectedly a pain in the ass for you that you didn't expect?
Oh my gosh. I can't say that there was a day of shooting that was a pain in the ass, but certainly pre-production freaked me out. Like, for example, we shot on the block where I live, and when we got the permits from the city, they brought all these big sandwich boards and covered my block with them, like no parking. And I had a panic attack. I was like, my neighbors are going to kill me. They cannot park on their street. I almost called off the film because I didn't want to piss off my neighbors, but I'm glad I didn't. They were actually really interested and curious about what we were making.
Good.
That's indie filmmaking at its finest right there,
That's a good answer too, because pre-pro is where I would freak out.
That's where I lost sleep for sure.
Yeah, this before it even starts, you're already pulling
You're
your hair
so
out.
exhausted on the day of that you don't have time
Exactly.
to
You just have
be
to
stressed.
release, let go, and just show up. Yeah.
So, obviously, like I'm sure you're happy with the end product here, but would you go feature length if you had the possibility?
Absolutely. Give me a call. I'll take all the meetings. Absolutely. I'd love to expand this story further. And Emily's performance is so, so beautiful. Our actor Hernan, his performance so beautiful. I would love to see more of them. Yeah. End of sentence.
One last question for you. Tom Cruise or Tom Hanks?
Tom Hanks.
It is a shutout right now. For
Right
Hanks.
now nobody wants Tom Cruise.
I can't do the Scientology.
Also, I mean, directors, Tom Cruise not the most agreeable person to work with.
Although I am obsessed with the fact that he does all his own stunts.
Yeah, that is cool.
That's very impressive.
He's showing up early
What's
every
the
day.
stunt work like in Gloria? Do you think he would be up to the snuff for that? Or?
Very, very minimal.
Yeah.
It's a quiet film. Not a single stunt.
Oh, well,
What's your favorite Hanks performance?
The Man with One Red Shoe.
Wow, deep cut. That's an incredible pick.
I guarantee you're the only person who's going to say that tonight.
Yeah, violinist. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, absolutely love that film so much.
Okay, awesome.
Great pull. Well, thank you so much. It was great meeting you.
Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you.
All right, so we are back with,
Sasha Shin,
all right, and for your film,
Juicy and Sweet.
ooh, Juicy and Sweet. All right, so is this a short?
It is a short. So it's about me being unemployed and living with my mom as a 23, 24-year-old and also blonde and being haunted by apples. So that's basically that's the entire log line.
Can I ask more about the Apple thing without getting spoiled too much?
Yeah, I mean, there's no real narrative, so there's not much to be spoiled, but I had just gotten unemployed, and it was the summer, and we were eating so many peaches, because every Korean household eats fruit at the end of the meal. So I was gonna I had these ideas. I've always made films about womanhood and identity. So I was like, this idea of like a fruit and womanhood and something about the peach, like visually was very intriguing to me. And I had like all these ideas. So the day I set my mind to start shooting and making this film, I went to my fridge to look for a peach, and it was all just replaced by apples because it was like September and peach season was over. I went to the supermarket, only apples. So I almost felt like I was being haunted by these apples. So I started just working with what I had and just shooting with apples out of frustration. And that's just how this film came to be.
That sounds shooting out of necessity. You work with what you got.
So one last question. We're keeping a tally. Tom Cruise or Tom Hanks?
Oh, I mean, am I allowed to say this about Tom Cruise, that he's kind of involved in something that I don't know?
You're allowed to say that.
You can say, yeah.
That's all you have to
You're
say.
not breaking news right now. Yeah.
And so
Message received.
But I would also, I don't know if I'll ever get there in life, but I always think if I ever do become famous, I would love to be part of Tom Cruise's cake list.
Yes, that is my dream. I just want to get the coconut cakes. I've heard that they're incredible.
So I have to be really careful with what I'm about to say.
Yeah, we're saying chill with everybody.
I'll say one nice thing about each.
Tom Cruise, I want to try. Tom Cruise, you're amazing. I love coconut.
We have one vote for Tom Cruise's coconut cake, not to be confused with a vote for Tom Cruise.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
Favorite film by him?
Tom Cruise.
Or Hanks, either one.
The spy movie season.
Mission Impossible.
Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
I love Mission Impossible, and I love coconut cake.
Yeah, there you go. Great answers.
That's where the vote's going. We'll put up a separate graphic for coconut cake.
Yeah.
All right. Perfect. Well, thank you so much for stopping by. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
My name is Eddie Malden. I did the animated short film Dreams, and it's about all the dreams I had after the passing of my father. But funny. It ends funny. So, yeah, we land the plane.
What's your name?
My name is Shenwei Zhu, and my film is Perfect Seed and Mushroom. It's a combination between documentary and experimental animation, telling a nightmare item of a mushroom.
My name is Ryan McCowan. I made Crab Diane, which is an amusing interstellar restaurant odyssey.
Yeah, exactly.
I like that there's kind of a theme here a little bit. It's a little dreamlike.
Everyone's dealing with a lot upstairs, I think is the theme. A lot of the animators are processing a lot. through their work.
Yeah.
So
can you tell me a little bit about like what inspired you to make your story? Like what about the source material spoke to you, made you feel like you just have to get this out into the world?
I had this really powerful dream after my dad passed away where he was just like, hey, I'm doing great. Don't worry about it. I'm fine. Everything's going to be fine. Stop worrying so much. And that was, I don't really dream that frequently, and rarely do I remember them. And I immediately woke up and was like, all right, that's my next short film. I don't know how I'm going to make it, but I'm going to do it. And just got started with it, you know?
I mean, that is crazy. That's like a common thing that I've heard, like with even like members of my family, when they're like somebody passes on, then they feel like they just get visited in their dreams. That's whether it is some kind of a higher power or it's just like your own conscience letting you know.
Telling me what I needed to hear. I don't know.
Wow. That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
It was a powerful image that I needed to then draw, you know?
So tell me about the mushrooms. That's really what I want to know more about those. Can you speak on what about that kind of spoke to you and made you want to get that out into the world?
My friend told me a very unique story. 42 years ago, when she was still a college student, she created a mushroom sculpture and watching the sculpture collapsing. But this was just a very trivial memory and she already forgot. But after 42 years, she picked up the phone and on the other side of the phone, the police told her her brother was killed. And the first image jumping out of her mind was that mushroom. And there was no seemingly relationship between the mushroom and the brother. But this traumatic moment twisted those memories together and sort of let it melt together like winding the iron stuff. So I find this story is very interesting and I really want to tell the story to the audience.
Wow, yeah. No, I mean, that's the association that you have with something that has nothing to do with this tragic event now gets tainted or twisted, like you said, because of the events that you go through.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of mysterious phenomenon happening in our world that we couldn't really explain with language and rational thinking, especially amid trauma. Like when we experience some big traumatic moment, like loss of the family. Sorry.
You're nailing it, man. That's better than I could articulate.
But I lost my grandma, and I had a really, really strong connection with her. And I have some really weird thing happening in my life, and you couldn't explain. So I really want to, deliver this kind of mystery to the audience.
I mean, that's also the beauty of the art of animation, is that you can do things that go beyond the physical, corporeal world of just human beings out there. So tell me a little bit about your story and kind of what made you want to get this out here.
I mean, I've worked in restaurants for 10 years, and I've always wanted to make something about it. And then I also wanted to make a space movie, so I decided to do two birds with one stone. The inspiration for the crabs was I read some article about how things are evolving back into crabs, all species. It's the ultimate whatever. So I was like, maybe if aliens visit us, they would be crab people.
Do you still have the PTSD from hearing the POS system print out tickets?
I hear it in my sleep.
Yeah, I'll sit up at the bar and I hear it and I get war flashbacks, so yeah.
Well, I made that movie for us.
Yeah, just for us. I appreciate that. One last question for you all. Tom Cruise or Tom Hanks?
Cruise. I like him crazy.
You're the first person to say Cruise this whole night. Thank you very much. Yeah, we were worried he was going to get shut.
I'm a Hanks man. Okay. I'm a Hanks man. Cruise is great, but no one can act with a volleyball like Tom Hanks.
I don't know how to choose. Sorry.
A split vote. Okay, so
yeah, I really don't know how to choose.
Okay, so then you're gonna have to pick two. Then in this case, what's your favorite performance from Hanks or Cruise? In your case, one from each.
I really like Eyes Wide Shut.
Oh,
but that was the only film he acted I like. But all the other films no. Hanks, I don't know. I feel like he's too perfect, and I don't like perfect people. Yeah, so maybe just cruise in Eyes Wide Shut.
Okay, that's great. That works. Yeah.
War of the Worlds.
Love that. That's I feel like it's for a certain generation. Like that is our introduction to the majesty of cruise. So, what about Hanks?
I'm gonna go The Burbs, man.
Burbs.
Yeah, I rewatched it like a little while ago, and it's just funny and weird and bizarre. And anyone who can do like intense dramas, who can also do comedies, that's a skill. That's a real skill. So.
Those are 3 great answers. Thank you all so much for your time. Best of luck to everything. Appreciate it so much.
We Bought a Mic is live with Jorma Taccone, hero of the pod.
Hey.
Thank you. May we be the first people to greet you with the Quaid Army.
Oh,
Quaid Army.
You may. All right, just kidding.
Yeah.
Thank God, I was so worried. So you're here for your new movie, Over Your Dead Body, coming out April 24th. So this is the first movie, correct me if I'm wrong, that you've directed without having written it. So I wanted to know, what is it that drew you to this story to direct?
Well, the original film, the Norwegian film that Tommy Wirkola did, co-wrote and directed, drew me to it. But Nick and Brian, Britannic, the sketch comedy team, wrote the script that I first read, and that, in addition to the original film, really made me want to get involved. It has so many different tones, this movie. It goes in so many unexpected twists and turns. I really like films that you can't quite predict how they're gonna go. And in addition to all the different, like, there's action, there's comedy, there's gruesome stuff, there's like really dramatic scenes too. And for all of those reasons, I was just like, this is a big challenge, and I'm really excited to see if I can make a remake of a film that I think is as good as the original. And for me, it is. But you be the judge. April 24th.
We're excited to see it. One quick bonus question for you.
Yes.
Tom Cruise or Tom Hanks?
Oh man, that depends on the era. I think it's really hard for me to take Tom Cruise cocktail out of the mix, because that's a sexy man. But because he's a very dear friend of my wife, I'm going to say Tom Hanks.
Wow. Favorite performance?
Of Tom Hanks or Tom Cruise?
Well, I mean, if cocktail, you want to go with Cruise.
It's cocktail. And then, I don't know, what show? There's so many for Gump. I mean, it's really hard. Road to Perdition? I don't know.
Wow.
No, I just said that so I can seem like I knew movies.
You're the very first person to say Road to Perdition tonight, so congratulations on
that. It took me a second to remember the third word.
You're like, was he in that one?
I was like, no, I was just like, Road to Redemption?
Inclusive. Yeah.
We got there.
Awesome.
All right. Well, Jorma, thank you so much.
Appreciate it. Great meeting you. Yeah, absolutely.